Hello everyone, welcome back to Simulated TC for the 7th race of the season. We're here at Lago Maggiore at the 3rd host for us this season, and we are looking forward to hopefully more excitement in what has already been a very interesting season so far. Only one person has more than one win to their name, and that is Scott Sandever, but he doesn't lead the championship. That is Adrian Tichy, the winner of race 1 at the Nürburgring. He leads the championship by just 3 points in his Toyota. Those two will be worth keeping an eye on today, as this 10-event season, 30 races in total, where only a very small part of the season done so far, 20% to be exact, but we can already start to see some trends starting to occur, so let's keep an eye on how those drivers in particular do here today. But neither of those two drivers start on pole position. In fact, neither of those two drivers start in the first 2 rows of the grid. Both have qualified though. They've avoided the drama and the risk of not qualifying. But on pole position, once again, we have a Renault. But perhaps it's not the one that you were expecting. So let's have a look at how they line up here for today's race number 1 at Lago Maggiore. At the rear of the field then we have our most recent winner. It is Dylan Varstenberg in his bright pink Alfa Romeo. He will be starting this race on the hard compound tyres, as is Jackson Turner just ahead of him. Failing to qualify at the Nürburgring. He is back at the back of the field though for this event. Then we have Matthew Lilly in his Tesla. He is on hard tyres, as well as Andre Jamil in his Toyota, the Brazilian, looking to try and make some moves in this first race, although on the hard tyres that won't be easy. Same goes for Ian Henwood, starting in 15th place. If he can hold on to that, I think he wouldn't be too disappointed with a point in race 1 ahead of them. Preston Brennan, he's going big in race 1. He's starting on the soft compound tyres. Back to hards though for Leo Bonnet in the Alfa Romeo, with ahead of him is Albert Asante, another driver, starting race number 1 on the hard compound tyres, saving their grippy softs for later on in the event. Adam Liu is on the mediums for this race, starting 11th and just inside the top 10. We have Dimitri Sotirakis, he will be on the medium tyres. Next driver on the softs, it's Tyler Davison's Peugeot in 9th place. He'll be looking to try and make some moves as well in this one, in a Peugeot that looked quite strong last time out at the Nürburgring. Then it is Adam Richardson on the hard tyres. Same goes for Adrian Tichy in his Toyota, the championship leader there, looking to try and perhaps take some pain in race 1 before taking his stronger tyres later on. Then it is Seb Mills on the medium tyres, as is second in the championship currently. Scott Sandever, the only man with 2 wins to his name. He will be starting in 5th place on the medium tyres, with the first 2 rows of the grid both on soft tyres. It's Morgan Hitchings in 4th position ahead of him. It is Liam Jones there in his Subaru, 2 second places to his name this season. Could he get another here today, or perhaps even a win? Ahead of him, it is Ben Driscoll on the front row, but pole position, once again, it's a Renault, but this time it's not Adam Richardson, it's Charlie Goodrick here. The rookie is on pole here for race number 1 at Lago Maggiore. Can Renault get their first win of the season, or is their front-wheel drive weakness going to once again flare up? The do-not qualifiers for this round are Lewis Francis, Jordan Fingal, Aston Lewis, Elmarie Sarlo, Carlo Durante, Jonathan Mills, and Thomas Pierpont in his Honda. The cars are on the grid then, and we are ready to go. And the revs rise, and we are racing here for race number 1 at Maggiore. And look at the start there from Ben Driscoll's Genesis. He jumped straight to the lead of this one, as it's Jones into second there. Charlie Goodrick drops back down into 3rd place as Hitchings is being swallowed up in the mid-pack. He's racing with Sandever and Tichy as they head through the first couple of corners here. 2 of the championship contenders there, battling it out there. Tichy getting ahead of Sandever on the launch there. Tyler Davison making some moves as well on those soft compound tyres. Preston Brennan behind. You can see his fluorescent yellow making its way through the field as well here. But it's Tichy in 5th for now. Davison looking to try and make some moves early on in this one. He's up into 6th place already here. Now he's trying to get another move done there on the inside of Tichy, not quite able to make it happen there as they head up through the S's for the first time here today and make their long way down towards the incredible hairpin corner we have on this racetrack. And it is now, you can see Davison pulling out of the slipstream, trying to make something happen on the Canadian as they head into the hairpin now. Over the little rise, the car gets light, and now suddenly downhill before a sudden steep uphill moment just as they turn into the corner. And it's Davison who gets the move down there. Sandever rolling a little bit wide there at the hairpin. That's going to give an opportunity to some of the drivers behind him, as that's Preston Brennan on his soft tyres up into 9th place already here, up 5 positions in this one. And next up for him will be Seb Mills, but he's got a bit of ground to reel in here as they head through the second S section of this race, as that's Liu now side by side with Lilly. Liu on those medium compound tyres. You'd expect to see some speed out of his Renault, but it's a little bit of a moment through there, and it's not going too well for him at the moment there in that Renault, as behind him You can see more drivers trying to get as many positions as they can in these early stages. Whilst the field is all bunched up, Preston Brennan now trying to find a way past Seb Mills' Peugeot here. Seb Mills will be on the medium tyres for this race. Preston Brennan on the softs, he has a grip advantage, but can he get the move done quickly as they head towards the final corner? He'll be trying to make something happen here, but the Tesla looks like it might be a little bit too far back there. Seb Mills covers the inside line for now. He's not quite able to make the move though, as we see that's Leo Bonnet behind trying to take advantage of this battle as well. He's on hard tyres, so if he could take advantage in this fight, that would be brilliant for his chances in this one now, as that's Liam Jones down the inside of Charlie Goodrick. The battle is on for second place. Charlie dropped to third on the start, but he's already trying to make up one move here as they go side by side through this fast downhill right-hander and through up into the S's they head. They're still side by side for second position here. Liam Jones holding on for this one, for now at least here, looking to try and add another second place perhaps to his list of seconds so far this season. They're side by side as they come up through this next portion of the racetrack, and Charlie Goodrick for now at least looks like he may have to settle in behind the Renault with slightly stronger top speed, trying to make a move as they head towards the hairpin. The Subaru, as they head over the rise, will be slightly more comfortable as they head now into the braking zone. The Renault not able to get alongside here, and for now Liam Jones holds on to that second position. Ben Driscoll meanwhile loving this as he's beginning to pull away out ahead in front of this field at the moment. As now we see Morgan Hitchings has Tyler Davison not too far behind him. Tishy in 7th, in 6th ahead of Sandever, and Brennan still, for now at least, stuck in behind Seb Mills, unable to make any progress just yet, as the field makes their way up towards the uphill S's now. And we can see at the top of this racetrack, Charlie Goodrick is putting the pressure on the back of Liam Jones, trying to make something happen through this very higher speed cornering section of the lap, I'd say. This is where the more technical part is, carrying corner speed, carrying that momentum through here as they now head back downhill in this very hilly racetrack indeed. Elevation changes wherever you look around this track as they head through the downhill final corner. Charlie Goodrick in that rocket ship Renault going to try and make something happen here as they head down towards the first corner here. He's going to have the slipstream. He's going to pull out of it though, because he's got the momentum over the Subaru of Liam Jones, and they head down towards turn 1. Ben Driscoll's the fastest car on the racetrack at the moment, but as they head into turn 1, Charlie Goodrick is down the inside of Liam Jones, and he gets the move done there, up into second place. That's a good move there from the Renault, and he's given himself a shot here at maybe, just maybe even Renault, their first win of the season. Ben Driscoll trying to give Genesis their third win of the season here, currently in the lead, but Charlie Goodrick showing some strong pace so far in this one as the top 3 have checked out from 4th place Morgan Hitchings. He is nowhere to be seen at the moment there, with Tyler Davison just in behind him. They head up through the S's once more here. Charlie Goodrick is on the back as they head towards the rise, and then the fall, and then the rise again. The hairpin could be a great opportunity here for Charlie Goodrick to make the move. They're going to be side by side as they go over the rise. Goodrick with the inside line now for the hairpin. Ben Driscoll not able to fight it out there, and the Renault will rocket its way into the lead of this race. And Charlie Goodrick is giving Renault their first real chance here of a win this season, despite starting on pole for races won in every event so far this season. This is the first time we're really seeing a Renault properly challenge at the front in this fashion. Adam Liu's second place in the season opener, it has been the high point for them so far this season, but now you can see Goodrick leads the way in. Whilst he's not pulling away too much just yet, he does look like he's got some speed in that Renault. Can Ben Driscoll challenge back though in that Genesis as they head through this little fast section of the racetrack? Ben Driscoll just trying to shadow that Renault at the moment as Liam Jones perhaps needs to think about what he can do here. He got overtaken very quickly there by the Renault. Perhaps he can learn something and make some moves here as they head through the final corner. Starting to lose a little bit of touch with the top 2 though at the moment. Perhaps not quite the car to finish second here today for Liam Jones, but a podium still nonetheless would be another to his name and would boost him in the championship standings there, as the man I believe that currently sits third in points. Liam Jones will be trying to do what he can to manage that. If he can't win the race, a strong podium would still be a good result for him. But at the moment, it's Charlie Goodrick who leads the way ahead of Ben Driscoll, and Liam Jones in third with Morgan Hitchings and Tyler Davison behind there. As you now see, this is the battle for 8th position. Seb Mills is on the back of Scott Sandever, both drivers on medium tyres. Sandever heading towards turn 1, and this is the strategy that worked oh so well for Scott in the second event of the season at Nürburgring, but you can see the medium tyres on that Genesis not working as well as the mediums on that Peugeot. Seb Mills is up into 8th position now. Good stuff from him as he gives himself a shot here to put himself in the mix, perhaps in the second and third races here, depending on when he chooses to use those soft tyres. But for now, it's a very promising sign that that Peugeot is working well here for Seb Mills. Second place last time out at the Nürburgring. And here, looking strong already in these early stages, and now Leo Bonnet on those hard tyres. It has to be said, the Alfa Romeo looking quite competitive indeed, as behind him Adam Richardson also on hard tyres, looking not too bad here at the moment, as Scott Sandever now looking to perhaps try and retake that position, as Adam Richardson's going to be the one on the move here. As we head into the hairpin, Adam Richardson is up into 10th place. Leo Bonnet's going to look towards the inside. The Alfa Romeo is going to run that Renault out wide here. Side by side, both drivers on the hard compound tyres here, but showing some strong pace in race number 1 here. Lap 5 of 8, Adam Richardson for now has got that position up into the top 10 places here. Leo Bonnet drops in behind him, and now they head up through the top part of the racetrack, through the alternate start-finish line they go. But heading down the main start-finish line, they're just about to get there. That is Tyler Davison going down the inside of Morgan Hitchings at the final corner of the racetrack, and you can see there Tyler Davison in that Peugeot. It's a very similar designed car to the DS. Both cars strong on top-end speed, perhaps slightly weaker in some of the corners here as they head down the main straight and into turn 1 here. Both of these drivers will be on the absolute limit of the brakes. They head through the first corner here, and it is Davison who takes that position away. Both drivers on soft tyres. That is an important move for Tyler Davison once again, using his softs in race number 1, trying to get some solid points from it. And for now, at least, that looks to be the way it is going. As behind now, Morgan Hitchings will feel the pressure from Preston Brennan as they now come back down through this dip and towards the hill once more they climb. It is Preston Brennan on those soft tyres. He's up into 6th place here. He's made the moves he absolutely had to make. If he could get into the top 5, though, it would be a very impressive result for that Tesla. But it seems around a track like this, where the main overtaking zones tend to be at the end of these long straights, the lack of top-end speed from that Tesla could well prove quite crucial. As the DS, for now at least, looks safe in that 5th position. Tyler Davison will now be trying to break away from that group there. As now we see Seb Mills is on the back of Adrian Tishy. Tishy on those hard tyres, having a strong race 1 so far, but he is under attack now. The Peugeot gets to the inside and will take that 7th place away from Tishy in turn number 1. The championship leader drops a place there. Adam Richardson, the reigning champion, up in 9th place here. He's past Scott Sandever. Sandever looking to try and fight that one back, though. Adam Richardson in that Renault going very well here at the moment. Has to be said, not the same for his teammate Adam Liu in 17th place on medium tyres, not having a race to remember here. Started 11th and just hasn't had the speed in this first race here. Perhaps some issues under the hood of that Renault, because at the moment he is finding himself stuck outside of the top 15 positions here despite starting 11th. It's not been the start so far for him in his car. Perhaps just dropping back on the launch there and getting stuck with some of the slobber runners that are on the hard tyres here. As we look further towards the front, Adam Richardson, he's got Scott Sandever in his mirrors as they head towards turn number 1. Adam Richardson gets a decent job on the brakes there, and you can see him in the mirrors of Adrian Tishy, trying to show him he's there. Try and show that he has a chance of taking that position away from the championship leader. Championship leader versus reigning champion. This could be an exciting battle indeed. But for now, at least, Tishy, with the help of some slipstream from Seb Mills, looks safe for now, with Adam Richardson just behind him, but not quite close enough to make any moves just yet here as they head through the final sector of the lap once more. Seb Mills in 7th for now. But as we look towards the front of the field, Charlie Goodrick has got himself a very nice run through the final few corners of this race. He started from pole position, he dropped down to 3rd. He's back up to the lead though. Charlie Goodrick is going to come around the final corner for the final time now. And Renault, despite having so many pole positions to their name, this will be their first win of the season. Charlie Goodrick rounds the final corner, and for the first time this season, it's a Renault on top. Goodrick wins for the first time in simulated TC. Ben Driscoll takes 2nd place there in a runaway win for those top 2 cars there. Ben Driscoll in 2nd, not too bad for him in his title hopes. Liam Jones, another driver, taking some solid points here from this one, albeit losing the slipstream from those top 2 drivers in this race. Not a good sign of speed in that Subaru. Behind them, it is Tyler Davis, Morgan Hitchings, and Preston Brennan, the 6 soft runners in race number 1. So here we have the official results then for race number 1. It's Charlie Goodrick ahead of Ben Driscoll and Liam Jones on the podium positions there. Tyler Davison in 4th, with Morgan Hitchings in 5th, Preston Brennan 6th there. Seb Mills in 7th, and Adrian Tishy rounding out the top 8 from this one. Tishy with an 8th place finish, not looking too bad there on those hard tyres, and I believe was indeed the highest finishing hard tyre runner in race number 1. Seb Mills, the highest running medium tyre runner in race number 1 there for Peugeot. So those two drivers could be ones to watch over this next couple of races next week on Tuesday and Thursday. Make sure to join us for those, because those two drivers could be the ones to watch here. But the top 6 from race number 1 on those soft tyres, using their softs early on here. Just outside the top 8 positions, we have Adam Richardson, the reigning champ, ahead of 2nd in the championship, Scott Sandever. Richardson on those hard tyres looking very quick in race number 1. Sandever on the mediums. First time we've seen the Genesis perhaps not handling those tyres as well as its rivals. Leo Bonnet in 11th on hard tyres. He'll be happy with that, as will Albert Asante. Dimitri Sotorakis in 13th. Matthew Lilly in 14th. Andre Jamil in 15th there. Dylan Varstenberg in 16th place, rounding out the top 16 there. Just missing out on points, with Andre Jamil taking the last of the points from this event. Adam Lee, a very disappointing race for him in race number 1, way off of his teammates in that one. Jackson Turner in 18th, with at the very rear of the field Ian Henwood rounding up the field in 19th place there. The Canadian driver looking to try and perhaps bounce back in races 2 and 3. Adrian Tishy still leads the way in the championship then after that first race of the day. Could he stay that way after race number 2? He's got his soft still to use. So Adrian Tishy and Scott Sandever both looking in very strong positions so far in this event. But you've got others, Seb Mills perhaps looking like they could be in the mix here to take their first win in this series. So with one first time winner in race number 1, could we see another in race 2? We'll have to wait and see. Do join us again on Tuesday of next week. But thank you very much for watching. Until next time, goodbye.